Now, all right.
Yep, it says live.
Awesome. Now I'm going to grab the link for you.
Uh-huh.
For those early birds, just give us a couple of seconds. Copy this link. All right, now this is the link. That is where everyone can watch us. Just give a moment before we start.
Link. All right, paste.
So I removed it for a few seconds there so I can do my short introduction as normal. So welcome back, you beautiful humans, for another Crypto Gaming Boy. You know the deal. You've seen the ads, guys. I am coming to you with the founder of StableFund. I dropped this into where is it? Let me just share this with you. I dropped this last video for you guys, and it had a lot of details, not full details, a lot of details referring to the project. For this stream, I just wanted to bring him on so he can talk to you about his experience in crypto, basically his whole background. So then you can tie in the connection of being the developer, being the owner of it. Because I did one of these before with another project. You guys know which one it is. We're not here to shill anything. So with that project, where we talked about life changes, mentality, expectations, how they feel about crypto in the next 5-10 years. All of that stuff we're going to cover here today. Yes, we're going to take questions from the audience, so please stick around, because I want you guys, even if you don't stick around that long, please drop your question inside the group, and then at the end of the stream we will answer those questions. I know that will be more geared to the actual project, but I wanted to just separate those two segments here. And so, but anyways, no further ado, let's get into it. Let's bring up the man himself, Michael. Hey Michael, can you hear me?
Hi, man. Thank you. It's a
There
great
you are.
opportunity to be on
Wonderful.
different channels and speak to different audience.
No
Can you hear me
problem, no
now?
problem. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
All right, perfect. So I was like, thank you for having me. It's good to be on different channels. It gives more exposure. People can ask questions. They can relate themselves to the project. Obviously, hear the voice, not the picture, but at least the voice
Yeah, yeah.
behind the project. So it's always good to have that picture coming soon as well. Because as I said
Correct,
on my
correct.
last, getting some SEC stuff going on, so it'll have to be released sooner rather than later.
And
But yeah,
I understand that, because I stress this a lot with a lot of my projects that I get involved with, or that I share, that people need to understand that this is DeFi, and DeFi is crazy out here. I've seen people get death threats and go to their homes and whatnot. So you have to build your foundation, your credibility slowly. You can't just jump in there and throw stuff out there, because when expectations are not met, people get aggressive and get angry. But this space is not for that, guys. This space is to help teach you how to invest, not to go out there and throw your money at anything and everything that you see. That's a good buy. Oh, I can make quick dollars. When you're looking for passive income, this is what the stream about, passive income. You don't go into the thought process of making $1,000 into $1,000,000 overnight. This happens over time. This is about passive income on a daily basis, not passive, not instant income on one day basis. So let's move on from there. And Michael, I want you to tell us a little bit about the project, and also how did you get into crypto? Like, when was it your first time that you got into
sure.
crypto?
So going back, I invested in Bitcoin in about 2011. It was a very basic conversation. Me and one of my friends were sitting. He's like, "Dude, have you heard about this Bitcoin?" I was like, "What is it?" He's like, "Just throw 20 G's in it, and you'll have a life changer." I was like, jokingly, I said, "Are you sure?" He said, "Yeah." So I just threw in that money. I forgot about it completely. Come 2017, when the boom started coming in, it started to get my attention, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that time I obviously liquidated some of them, and then still kept holding a lot, still hold a lot. I was trying to find something. When when you're sitting in that large of a capital amount, you start to look after how to get a passive income, right? Exactly,
Yeah,
that's what it is all
yeah,
about,
correct.
because your monthly bills are paid off, you're living life nicely, so you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to stress about things. That's when I was actually doing some conferences around south of Asia, I met a few interesting people, and I was attending a lot of crypto events at that time. Reason being, I was like trying to get into some blockchain myself, and that's
Mm,
a lot of people. So I met this trader who actually does trading for me. He's out of Japan in one of those conferences, and this goes back again 2017. And so I met him. We really talked about stuff, and he's like, "Listen, we can do trades and all." So he explained me, and for me to meet someone at a conference at a different country, to trust
mm.
that person, it does take time, right? So
Yeah,
everything
it
was going
does.
very slow, very slow. So when 1 month passed, I traded something with him. He showed me profits, got to know him, put in some more money, then some more money towards developments of the bots, started working
Mm,
throughout everything. Since 2020, I've been making good 35-40%. Then obviously we had to improve those things and to get a higher
mm,
percentage out of it. So things kept developing, and obviously the relationship, which is the most important key aspect of any business or anything in life. It's all
mhm,
relationship based, right? Even with your parents, family, everything is about relation. If you don't have a good one, it cannot work out.
mhm,
So
mhm,
I believe in relationship building. So I built a relationship with that guy, and here we are today. That's how we did develop all these things. A lot of money went into it, but at the same time, I was seeing money come in. I'm a person who likes to put money to work and see an
mhm,
income out of it. Trust me, I'm not the one of sorts who's going to put 100,000 today and think, oh, I'm going to be a millionaire tomorrow. No, because that's never going to
mhm,
work. If I want to do that, I'd rather go to a casino table and play a roulette and lose it myself rather than
mhm.
anyone else losing it for me.
Correct.
So, as you said, it's a very good point. People should understand passive income is not an instant income
Mhm,
through in real time. In the sense, just be a bit patient. Like this mechanism which we have, I still advise people, because I'm this kind of a person. I always like to protect my investment, right? So if you put in the money, do the compound feature, but
mhm,
slowly start to take out your capital, right? Because once you've taken your capital out of the project in slow stages, and you have your compounding interest, which is there, which is now making money for
mhm.
you, it is much better because you're more relaxed, because your original investment is back in your house, and you can play around with it again or with some other projects or whatever you might want to do, or just keep it in your bank account or crypto wallet, whatever you want to do. But it's
Mhm.
always good to protect your basic investment. That should be the rule of investment in any project, and that's how I believe in. And that's what, it's not just about my project, stable fund or stable one or whatever. It is
Mhm.
about any project you guys go into. Try to protect your investment first by taking it out, and then leave a bit of the money in it to just kind of keep making you a passive income, because that's what passive income is. It's not that you go all in and then tomorrow something goes wrong and then you're on the street and you're saying, oh, this
Yep.
guy just ripped us off, or this project just
Yep.
died, and all of that. This is
Exactly.
about people getting educated about passive income.
Exactly. And I wanted to pick two things that you mentioned. I want you, my audience, and whoever watches this video thereafter to understand what he painted, where he was when he was introduced to Bitcoin, and where he is now, of how he made that 40, that 50% of interest. Like it was not the overnight. There were a couple of years. Or what? When was Bitcoin came out? Like what? 2000, 2008, was it? Around
Yeah,
2008,
late
2009?
8 9, late early
Yeah, late
late
eight,
early
nine,
9.
and when 2020 is when you started to yield that those results. And I know there's a lot of pump and dump schemes out there, guys. I know there's a lot of projects you can make you quick money, but if you go into DeFi with that, you're going to lose a lot more than you're going to gain. As always, this ain't financial advice, never financial advice. This is just me telling you from my experience. I lost a shit ton of money on crypto, but I've gained a lot more by accepting my losses and understanding where I went wrong. And it's not for pump and dump. It's actual projects who have a sustainable and logical thinking process. It should be written out on paper, out on word for you to understand. If you can't understand it, you shouldn't be in crypto. But if you want to understand it, take your losses and understand it is your investment. So put in what you're willing to lose, even if it's $50 to $100, guys. Um, and the next thing that I wanted to identify that, or that he touched on again, was referring that passive income is the goal and taking back your capital. Bear in mind, stable fund is not there to take your money. They're providing a service. I want you to understand that. I don't find any DeFi project out there that's provide a service, meaning you can take your investment willingly, put it into something, it makes your money, you take it back out, it's still making the money there for you. If you know what you're doing, this can be long-term passive income for a long time. And there, it's not something that they need to do. Because I'm gonna ask Michael how this even come together that you using bots in a second. He's gonna go into detail. I heard the stories about it started off with a couple of friends, and then all of a sudden the word got around. And this is not even on mainstream right now, guys. Think about it. It's not mainstream. People see the value. They're providing you with just a service. You can jump in, utilize these bots for your advantage to make passive income. But so on that note, Michael, can you tell us how did you even came up with this idea, and how did this happen to, I guess now in a sense, start to go parabolic? Because you started off, I think, about 20 to 25 people, I heard, and then now it's about I don't even know what it is now. I think it's about like
So very interesting.
1,800 people of investors.
Correct. So very interesting question. You know, what happened was we started as an ROI project called StableFund, and that project didn't really do well. I mean, it did well. I was the first project on the Matic chain when it came to high ROI. We had close to 8 million Matic in that contract, and that time Matic was about a couple of dollars. So that was
Mm-hmm.
about $16 in that contract, and the contract had a looping issue. So what happened? A lot of people's funds got stuck in that contract, and they couldn't withdraw because it would reach the maximum limit and the gas limit won't increase. We got in touch with Polygon owners as well. It was a full chat we had with them. They couldn't help us. Nothing could have been done, resolved. So what we did was instead of people who could withdraw daily from that, we came up with the mechanism that they can only withdraw once in 10 days. So that looping issue does not arise. But as you know, some people in crypto want to do and try their intelligence. They started going to the smart contract, hitting it, and then a lot of people got more stuck and stuck. So we did was we started refunding the people the money. So I personally, close to 400,000 Matic was distributed from ourselves to the customers who were hurt. Now, but obviously we also had limitations of what kind of funds we can release. And then what we did, once we did the S Rocket sale, we gave all the investors who were hurt within this whole platform payments out in S Rockets, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now they're all enjoying it because that's how we built our credibility. Because in DeFi space, I haven't seen anyone refunding money or anyone kind of giving some subordinate kind of money to come through. And then
Correct, correct.
after, what happened? We had some I call them stable one soldiers. We even have those cool stickers and stuff like that. So these soldiers came up and they started protecting us, right? Because when things go wrong, there's a lot of fun in the groups, and then you have some loyal people who stand by you when they've seen you that you're a real person, you're a good person out there trying to help people. So there were people out there, and they did that. So out of those people, we made this group called Stable Fund, right? Because I wanted to give those people something special, which I had. And that's how these were those 20 to 25 people who've been enjoying Stable Fund for more than, I think, 3 months now.
Mm-hmm.
And they became a part of it. Then one day I was just talking to DeFi Dude because I've been in contact with him from a long time. I would say 6 months now almost. And
Yeah.
I texted him. I said, hey, I've got something interesting, but I'm not sure whether I want to take this public right now. So he saw it and he was like, his mind was blown. He's like, this is the deal. This is the deal. And then he said, I'm going to do a video on this. And trust me, he didn't charge me nothing. Like on Stable Fund, I can tell you on this whole chat, I haven't spent a 0.1% on marketing. No money on marketing.
Fantastic.
Right?
Fantastic.
And that's what I love about this thing. Because when you spend money in marketing, your focus is to get more money back, right? Because that's the theory of it. In this, we are not under pressure for anything. We work free mind, everything is organic, everything is completely organic in this whole project. Tomorrow people invest, they do not invest, the contract stops, doesn't matter because the money is still being generated. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the beauty about this project. And that's how all of this came together. Once DeFi did the video, a lot of other people did the video. it just went crazy
Correct.
from there. And
Correct.
it's I think it's not been a month. Month is about to get completed, I think, in a couple of days, even if that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
True. True. So I just want to touch a little bit about the website. I'm not sure if you have a link. Maybe we can look at the new one or anything. But I want to show you guys the website for anyone who's new to the channel. Appreciate each and every one of your support. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, and turn on notification bell so you won't miss anything. If you're going to follow up Stable Fund, I will be covering other details, talk about strategies and how to come out. Also strategies on how to get in, because I do understand there are people in other countries who are locked away, can't get into crypto. But trust me, guys, there's other ways around it. I'm dealing with the same thing. So don't worry about that. There's ways around it, and I'll be dropping other videos for that. But Mike, I just want you to just go and talk about this website, because I do know there have been some bugs, but obviously there you have identified why there's some bugs, because you said it. This wasn't supposed to be on mainstream. This wasn't supposed to be made for everybody, but the word got around.
Yeah. Correct. So this website was again just made for like a basic 20-25 people group, and it's a very basic website, nothing functionality. So what happens is it breaks sometimes and things like that. If you want to do me a favor, just pull up. The website's not completely ready, but just to get
Uh-huh.
Apple approval, I had to put this link live. It's called StableOneGroup.io.
Okay, 1 second.
Again, people don't think the website's ready. It's just a basic website right now, but
Uh-huh.
I'm just giving you an idea how it's going to look, because we had to do it for Apple. Because when you register with Apple as a developer, you have to put a website live and everything to get your account approved.
Correct. All right, let's see here. All right, is this the one?
Yes, that's correct.
All right,
So the
wonderful.
new website's going to be like this, and it's a complete change, as you can see. Obviously, the
Oh, I want to
content's
start
really not
this.
there right now, but you'll have
It's okay. I
everything.
can do a video on this one as well, right, Mike? Like
Yeah,
just
sure.
walk through whatever is available, obviously.
Yeah. And
Wonderful.
this is what I like about myself and my community, because I keep sharing the updates in real time. Like
Mm.
if I have a little update, I'd like to give it out to them, because that's what makes us as a family, right? Because a
Yeah.
lot of devs, they think, oh no, it's going to be a fight if you release this. I want to do a proper thing. No, I want to walk people through the process how I'm living it. They live it, because then it's their project, not my project.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So yeah, you'll have the app buttons. As you see, it says iOS, Android. So people are going to click on that. They'll be able to download it. Then sign up, sign in, dashboard. It's going to be. This is a robust thing which we're launching now. Website is going to be launched this week, the coming week. I think by Thursday, Friday, we should be live with the website, and you'll be able to import your wallets. So, for example, if you're using a MetaMask right now, and or you're using a Trust wallet, you'll be able to import that into our wallet and be able to retrieve all your transactions from before. Alternatively, new users will be able to create their own wallet on our platform as well. You will be
Mm-hmm.
able to swap any crypto. So, for example, you have an Ethereum which you want to swap to Matic and stuff like that. You'll be able to do it here on our platform instantly
Oh, that's
on the
wonderful.
app. You'll be able to buy crypto via debit card, credit card, and bank accounts through some countries, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you'll be next stage is we'll be launching the debit cards as well for StableFund. So, for example, it's a Visa card going to be out where you have money in the crypto wallet. You can go spend it.
I wanted to get some clarity on the site here, because I
Sure.
was looking at other videos and I'm getting mixed feelings about it. So I just wanted some clarity for it. So the rewards that were placed here, whenever it does come up, again, their site is a little finicky. However, the new
Yeah,
site looks fantastic. But the rewards here, I was told that these rewards get paid back out to the, what was it, S rocket holders, is that correct, or
that's
was
correct.
that
That is
awesome?
that is correct.
That is fantastic. So guys, think about that. Like the rewards that are building up here are still being paid out to the day one people who are holding S rocket, so it's still looping back into the ecosystem for stable fund. It is fantastic. I feel like I missed the boat on on S Rocket. I mean, like I said, it's quite hefty now. But if you jumped in when it was at $1, guys, you guys sitting large right now. And when you tell us a little bit about these dividends for S Rockets, that the payouts.
Yeah. So what happens is like whatever funds are coming in every on say uh monthly basis, we do twice. We distribute the rewards, which is once on the 11th of the month, and one is on the 25th of the month. So 3% of
Mm.
whatever deposits come into stable fund are going right out to S Rocket holders. Now, just to give you an example, again, it's an estimated example. Last time there were, I would say it was close to one Matic per S Rocket per month, because on the 11th this month, we paid out 0.36 Matic per S Rocket. And on the
Oh,
25th, we paid 0.56 Matic per S Rocket. So I believe if we
oh,
add those numbers, they're close to uh, one Matic per S Rocket. So imagine what S Rocket's value 45 days ago was. It got paid off literally in a month, right?
yeah,
As a
yeah,
reward, and you're still holding the coin. So can't
yeah,
get better than
exactly.
that.
That's the sort of true. Like this is the nature of the beast for passive income, guys. I mean, look, check these charts. I mean, a couple months ago, this was like what, $1, and it's $20 right now. I mean, like I said, I keep picking myself out here. If I knew about it earlier, I would have jumped into it first. I found out about S Rocket, I think 2 days after me covering the project for StableFund, which is crazy. But
Oh,
nevertheless, I love that you guys have the option of jumping into the project at any given time. Say you find out about this a year from now, and these bots are still kicking, still doing invested, still making your money. You're still going to get that 1.5 regardless. It doesn't matter when, and they're not asking you. Again, it's a service. Here you go. You want to make some money? Take it. If you don't, you can put your money anywhere. This is not again financial advice. This is just me telling you that what makes sense, guys. Come on. Um,
correct.
so this is the
And
price
just
of
to
S
touch base
Rocket
on that,
currently.
I'd like to say
And
something
Mike,
about
go right ahead.
S Rocket, right? S Rocket's a very crucial component if you're talking about making. I can compare S Rocket to my journey with Bitcoin, buying $20,000 worth of Bitcoin in 2011 to kind of someone investing in S Rockets right now, because I will just explain you something which is about to happen. All of us know the app's coming out. We've hit mainstream
Yeah.
media in the way we've got covered on NASDAQ, Bloomberg, Bitcoin.com. You know, these websites,
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
very tough to get on them. And unless you, like,
Correct.
organically, someone wants to cover you. This morning, I had a Forbes contributor reach out to me, and he's doing a story on StableFund as well, right? So, I mean, which DeFi project has ever been on Forbes.com? I haven't seen it. Like, just
Yeah,
maybe
that's
Pancake
true.
Swap or projects like that.
That's
And
true.
the money is about to come in now. So major deposits are going to come in because I have some institutions which are about to come in and stuff like that. So I would personally think, and this is my interest, major interest in the project, is because as a company, I hold 10,000 S rockets myself, right? So the great thing about this
Mm-hmm.
is that in say few days time, once the app is launched and everything, we're going to see some huge deposits coming in, which are going to create the 3% reward for S Rocket. And this is going to be
Mm-hmm.
constant because people have to understand the compounding power is a power where you have to take out the money and then put it back in. So every time someone's putting back in, the 3% is being generated for you guys, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now that is going to be, so imagine at times when you're getting paid 5 or 6 Matic per month for an S rocket which you're holding, and the coin is going to
That's
be
a
of
lot.
what value? And to add to all of that, the whole supply is only 100,000 coins.
That's true.
So
Supply and
there's so many
demand.
factors of S rocket that this is a game changer. Like this coin is going to be at a crazy amount, and now we're getting
Mm-hmm.
listed on some exchanges as well. There's an exchange I'm in talk with called Bitrue,
Mm-hmm.
BITRUE. But you know all the exchanges, they're extortionists. That's what I call them.
Yeah.
Someone wants
Yeah. They
forty
are.
thousand
They are.
dollars, fifty thousand
It's
dollars.
true.
So I'm trying to negotiate the deal with them because we can only get main attention once you're listed on, say, CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, because people have made them as
Mm-hmm.
standards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And to get them listed, we need to have a daily volume of about $200,000, which on organically on a DEX, obviously it takes time because it's organic. Because with the DEXs, you can't have fake volumes and stuff like that.
Yes, correct.
And that's why we have to get listed on an exchange, get all those tractions, everything. And once our community goes above 10,000, you know what? We'll have a loyal community because they're all making money. And we will fill up an application for
Yep.
exchanges like Binance and stuff like that, and where people do go and vote. And if we get lucky, we can get listed there as well. So there's a big future for
Yep.
S Rocket right
Correct.
there.
Correct. So I want to redact what I said because seeing what you have placed out right now, even getting one S rocket is a beneficial to you guys, in my opinion, because again, passive income is passive income. Every dollar can make $100 if you get my concept. So if you find a penny, you pick up that penny, you got 100 pennies, you have $1. So that's the type of concept. So don't rule it out immediately. That was just my perception of I think I missed the boat. But I think I'm gonna try, squeeze in one or two S rockets and then ride this nice wave. Like I said before, when I dropped this video, S rock was at 19. Now was at 2086. Trust me, this is going places. For my last question before we take questions from the audience. So guys, please prime your questions up, drop them in there. I already started Peter question in there. Thanks for asking the question. I'm going to put it up for Michael to answer. But my last question is, can you tell us, if you can, because I don't want you to give us too much now, can you tell us where you see the future of this stable fund going, or the stable fund group going?
Sure. So, few things to cover up. See, Stable One Group obviously is the whole company, which obviously has S Rocket, it has the farmhouse, it has the what you call it, the S Rocket, Stable Fund, and Farmhouse, right? These are the projects which
Mm-hmm.
are there in the Stable One Group. Now, with Stable One Group, I came up with an idea because see, we are taking a lot of investors from US, and I want to do
Mm-hmm.
some everything by the rule book because there's only certain number of investors you can take in. After that, you have to get registered in SEC approvals, and everything is needed in place.
Correct.
Throughout and process because what we have is just not an app. It is something where we are providing interchange between fiat and cryptocurrencies. So it becomes much more regulated than just being in a DeFi space and getting things done. Having said that, my future is to get Stable One Group Limited listed on the NASDAQ
Mm-hmm.
because I want to make crypto and fiat line in line together, right? So
Mm-hmm.
imagine you guys are holding your crypto, which is Matic for now, and then you guys are making money on that. Additionally, you guys become shareholders of S Stable One Group as well, which gets
Correct.
goes listed on Nasdaq. So you're actually winning double way. That then you can't say, oh,
Yeah.
crypto is immature. This is there now. You listed on NASDAQ.
Sorry about that, Michael.
So
We lost you for 2 seconds there. Can
I
you
said now you'll
repeat
be
that part
listed on
again?
a stock exchange. Now you'll be listed on a stock exchange
Mm-hmm.
as well. So which becomes a
Mm-hmm.
mainstream stuff, and that's where we see Stable One Group going. And trust me, these things don't take a lot of time because once I get big institutions with me, which I have quite a serious interest from a pension fund. I can't name them right now, but as
Yeah.
soon as they make an
Understood.
investment, it'll be named. And once my deal with them is signed up, it is huge, and then we won't be needing any more help or support and stuff like that because my deal with them is at such a lower percentage agreed upon to give back to them as to what we are doing with other people right now, and they want to
Mm-hmm.
be capped at that. So we'll have a lot of free flow of funds which we can actually put towards production. Because I'll be honest to you, every company needs money when it is a growing company, right? Because you
That's
need to pay
correct.
out the lawyers. Like for example, just to get an SEC approval, it's about $150,000 expense. Now,
Mm-hmm.
after that, you need to get an investment banker. You have to decide different
Mm-hmm.
share classes. Because I'm already going through all this process. I'm living it. I have lawyers on retainers and stuff like that. So I'm already doing all that. My whole focus was an app first because it makes it more real. It
Yeah,
adapts
it
more
does. It does.
institutional investors because they know you are KYC. Obviously, there are a lot of questions come. Oh, are you doxed? Are you this? But those guys understand because to get approval with Apple, it doesn't work like that. Apple doesn't approve apps like Google Play does. No, it's very different.
Yep.
It's a very difficult process. You have to do your KYC, your full picture. You have to do your own credit card on the same name and stuff like that. Otherwise, they just decline your application.
That's true.
So yeah, there's a lot of being done in the back. I would say I see StableFund in a year's time. We should have close to say a 500 million round placement fund, and I see ourselves listed even on a Nasdaq within say next 12 months.
That is crazy. I don't know if you guys getting trails and understand that. Guys, I've been in crypto for a long time. I am psyched because first off, I got an option to invest or not invest. I don't have to buy a token of theirs because that's not what they give options for so many things here. Come on now, guys. There's no doubting that this project is solid. Come on. I'm just saying, there's no doubt in it. I don't care what you want to say. If you want to come with a fund, provide me with the substance so I can digest it. If you can't, then that's why they call it FUD. You have no support. But let's go right into asking the questions that is in the chat group. We have Peter here. Mike, I'm not sure if you can see this pop up for you, but this is the
I
question we
can.
have is referring to marketing. If you can respond to him, that would be greatly appreciated.
Right, sure. What is it, man? All right, yeah. So those articles are sponsored articles in a category, but it's not that we've paid for those articles. If you read I know which ones are you referring to. Maybe you're referring to Bitcoin.com and stuff like that. So they had two categories. One is called a PR, which is a press release, and then there's another category which is called sponsored articles. Now they do sponsored articles where they want to do a big story and it comes on the main pages, stuff like that. But we haven't paid out for any articles. It's not that it's sponsored, so it's like that paid for. We haven't paid anything. There was a group which actually reached out to us. It's like a media house. Now, if they have some deals with them, then it's different. And this is the same media house who reached out to us as a Forbes contributor service today. So we haven't paid anyone any money for any articles getting printed.
Fantastic. Yeah, I don't know how to say this, guys, because if you think about it, and if you get the hype and support from a friend, right? You majority would jump into anything that they do. There's this big stigma where locals needed assistance during this whole pandemic. If you worked overseas in a foreign country, you had to leave because you couldn't survive. And this is a part of that stability that we're trying to create for long-term passive income and support for each other. So once hear your friend talking about it, they provide you all the facts, they're trustworthy. Again, if you can afford to lose it, drop it in there and be surprised of how much you gain from this project. I'm not sure if we have any other questions inside the group, guys. If you may please go right ahead. I think Peter said thanks for responding to the question there. And
No worries.
if not, guys, we are going to cut it off. So I'm just going to give you another 2 minutes or so before we close this off today, because I think we're running in 32 minutes. I normally try
Sure,
to
and I
keep
was
that
actually
30.
telling someone today. I was
Yeah.
actually telling someone today that we run this for 6 months and it's successful, which I have no
Mhm.
doubt it will be. I would like to organize a meet for all the Stable Fund family, maybe somewhere in the US, because that's where the
Oh,
most
that would
of
be
our
fantastic.
organic thing is, or maybe Caribbean, because it comes out to be a nice place and it's
Oh
at a
yeah,
decent pricing
of
as well,
course. Well,
right?
you let me know. You let me know. Your boy will hook you up with some spots.
That's it. That's it. So yeah.
So
Any
no
more
further ado,
questions?
guys. Any more questions? If not, go right ahead and ask them. We will just close it off shortly. Any more questions? Raise your hand. Drop a message. None, anyone at all. And if anyone who missed it, oh, there's another question here. Hold up. Peter again. That's my boy. I like when community responds and asks questions that they intrigue them. I appreciate this,
Build the
guys.
community.
Will the community have
So
an ability to test an alpha or beta version of the app?
Uh, it's really not because that's already going through by my devs right now. But let me speak to them tomorrow because it's been a weekend and I haven't had a touch to speak with them. If we can provide maybe Apple surely won't be able to because Apple you have to publish it in one go. But maybe I could request them to get us an Android link where you guys can touch test the
Mm,
functionality and you guys have some comments, come up with that and some minor changes if needed. Definitely, I'll work
mm,
on it. And it's a very good question, Peter. I appreciate that and I'll take it with my
wonderful.
devs.
So we got more coming in. Nick has a good question here. Is referring to appearance and seeing your face.
Oh, Nick. Soon. Nick, you and me are going to show the face together because I see you don't have your picture there either, right? So, yeah, it's going to be soon.
Oh,
It's going to
Nick.
be. It's going to be maybe very soon. I can't put a date or time to that because when I do it, people hold me accountable for everything. But
Uh-huh.
I don't want to put
I
a time
agree.
and date to it. But it's going to be soon. As per my legals advise me, I'll take that direction.
Wonderful. I love that. I love the way that you guys take on security as well. And I really appreciate that you separate certain things so that if anything does go wrong, you have that safety wall up that doesn't destroy the project. I love that. And good question, Nick. Moving on, I have seen Ali here has another question. How is StableFund different from other trading bots platforms?
So,
First off, if you could, Ali, provide me in the chat or later on, or email me, it doesn't really matter, with a project that's actually providing bots as a service, let me know. But from what I know, there's none. But anyways, nevertheless, I'll have Michael
yeah.
still answer this question.
It's a good question. I would start up with a similar thing which everyone can understand. StableFund is an ecosystem which has S Rocket linked to it. So that makes us very different from other trading bot platforms because other trading bot platforms, they take the fee and they utilize it for themselves. We are not utilizing it for ourselves. We are utilizing it for another project of our own group, which you guys can have access to if you wish to. Secondly, these bots are stress tested. I have seen a lot of bot programs where they make you buy bots for $400, $500, and then you have to actually
Mm,
go and nurture the bots yourself. So
mm,
that is another thing. Then there are other projects like Swapanex and all, which have already gone. Firstly, they restrict you to take out money when the funds are getting low, and then
mm,
they're gone overnight. There is not a single project I've seen who have an open source contract such as ours. We
mm,
were good enough to release our contract address. People don't do that. They have a multi-sig wallet addresses. You people can keep dropping the money, but you would never know where the money is going, right?
mhm.
So we kept it totally open to our community that you can see where the funds are and everything because we believe in transparency. Whenever we are taking out the money for the third bot to work it out, we inform you guys that we are. So we, as you understand, this was for a very small community. So we had a full transparency. Maybe if I would have launched this in full blown and not thought about these things, I would have been maybe like others. I'll be honest to you that,
Yeah, that's
hey,
true.
why should I show this? Because you know what happens, and I understand those people who do that as well, because devs have to think every way. Now, this is because, see, once you become a community of 20,000, 30,000 people, and something from the smart contract moves or something, it's very difficult to answer it because at that time you have such a large community to manage it. How much can
Hmm.
4 or 5 mods do at one go? They can't, because if someone
That's
starts
true.
flooding it goes crazy. So there is a point where we thought we should do that and stuff like that, but no, we believed in transparency, and that's what you're always going to find in our company. We had a project which messed up. We came to our audience, explained them this was the problem. So that's why we are here, and maybe that's why people like Crypto Gaming Boy, who's here,
Hmm.
I do, everyone, they cover us without even them making any money from us because they
Yeah,
believe in us, they believe in the project, and they've seen us that we've been around for a long time.
exactly. We have one more. Got one more question. Someone wants to meet up with you. I'm not sure if you know who this is.
Oh, Maki is a very loyal soldier from Stable Fund. Yes, Maki,
Oh,
soon.
wonderful.
It's going to be either US or Caribbean. We'll decide. So I would say 6 months from the launch, official launch, which I think we have 5 months more to go. We definitely
Oh,
organize a meetup. So all of us are going to have an opportunity. We will kind of make something out of it. And you never know. When you meet people, you learn more and connect more, right?
yeah, correct. And I'm not sure if anyone read between the lines for certain things, but I like shining the light on it, right? So think about this in the long term. If you start even now to just say buy, $50 here, $100 here a month for the span of 7 months, that's $700 you spend on S Rocket, and then you start to get your dividends. You get that back hopefully within a month period. I mean, I can always do the math for you guys. It's not a problem. But the idea is, if more and more people jump onto the project, especially for S Rocket, the value of that token is going to go up, of course. And holding on to it is more beneficial than getting rid of it, because although you're looking for that quick money or to make that money back, think about making that over passive income. So therefore, once you make that back after the certain period, the rest of it will be profits, and you have that coin and passive income for the rest of your life, or at least for the longevity of the project. So I think we have one more question, and then we're going to cut it there. We're asking about the official launch.
Official launch is the launch of the app. I'd say
Uh,
that's scheduled for 10th of June. Obviously, it's going to be on Google Play on the 10th of June and Android, but maybe an Apple can take another 5 to 10 days extra. We are aiming to have
mhm,
all live by June 10th. So yeah, consider June 10th as an official launch
mhm.
date for the app.
Wonderful. So if that is it, guys, appreciate each and every one of you for sticking around this long. All 16 of you, I think it went up to 20 at one point. Appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, I do cover other projects. If you're into gaming, I love gaming, but I love making money. Why not put them together? If you haven't heard of Play to Earn Games, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for anything that comes up referring to passive income and playing a game. So with that, never ado. Appreciate each and every one of you. Have a good day, and catch you in the next one, guys.